Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the X Fan Show. I am one of your hosts. The other one is right there. Look at him looking all pretty. Why is it so windy? Roll your window up.
So what?
So why is it so windy there?
It's not windy because I got my air on. I'm hot.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm hot.
Is that
I'm
what
hot
it
as
is?
hell.
You're hot. I don't know about if you're being hot, bro, but you do look damper today.
It's 81 degrees here in Houston.
God bless America. Seriously, bro, it is freezing. I have my hot water.
Not to throw it in your face like that.
Yeah, you're not a very nice person. That was very rude. Very rude. Very rude. So, how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. Just been
Yeah.
handling stuff. Yeah. If I cut out for a bit, it's because I'm handling some personal matters.
Right. I knew yesterday you had some stuff going on, and
Yeah,
you
it's,
were
it's been, it's been
you were
troubling, but
right.
everything is okay.
You were quite busy yesterday. Yes,
Yeah.
champ. I will show you. Here it is, the hot coffee.
Hot water.
Hot water. It's coffee
Hot
though.
water.
Now, yeah. Champ has to put on here. I wish they'd have kept the penis on the helmet.
Hey.
What? I said penis.
It's a family show.
You could say penis. It's the medical term.
It is a medical term, but still.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's
Say
talk.
ding-a-ling, winky, something.
Okay, I'm glad they took the ding-a-ling off of the Battlehawk helmet. The 2020 logo was not a good logo. It was very generic and very cheesy. Actually, a lot of the logos in 2020 were very childish.
Wait a minute. How you gonna sit there and say that the logo for 2020 was messed up and you got it on your head right now?
Well, no, you don't see it. I have it behind me right here. That's the
But
new
you
logo.
got it on your head.
I have the old XFL logo, which is actually a better one because it's in black and white. That red, white one, that red, white, and blue one was absolutely terrible from the get-go. Was never a fan of that logo. Anyways, we all knew that one, right? Yes, Javier, we did see the rule books. We are going to talk about the rule books. Don't worry.
Folks saying they halfway through the rule book because there's a lot of freaking rules.
It's pretty much the same rules as last year with a few changes here and there. So,
right, exactly, Andrew. Major. Say that again, Andrew. You got the tattoo on your freaking leg.
Yes, but on the helmet, it looked like a dinghy. It looked like a dinghy. You know what? I'm gonna find the Battlehawk logo from 2020, and I'm gonna show you guys.
I understand the sentiment, Zach. I really do. Say everything about 2020 sucked because of COVID. Is this really XFL 2.0? I think so.
I mean, yeah.
Can we really count this as 3.0? I guess 2.1, because we never really continued the season. But then again, they redid most of the logos and stuff, and then the XFL logo itself.
Okay, look, you want to disagree with me? I will give you a Battlehawk logo from 2023.
You gonna get a new one?
No, I'm gonna get the logo from 2020, and I want you to look at something, Arlington, and I want you to tell me what this looks like.
I'm about to do a side by side right now.
I'm just doing 2020. Let me get out of there. I want you to look at that. What does that look like right there?
Hell, if I can see it.
Well, let me see if I can zoom in on it more.
Get out of that
let me
screen.
click on it. Hold on, let me click on it. All right, I'll find a better one. Get us out of there. I'll find us a better one real quick. Hold on. Let me find a better one. Right, yeah, just like Captain America Civil War, you're absolutely right. Listen, I have nothing. I love the Battlehawks from 2020. I love the Battlehawks this time, right? But to sit here and to say that the 2020 logo was that much better, you're nuts. Okay, here we go. I got it, Arlington. You ready? You can say what you want, Andrew. You can say what you want. A wing with two swords. You can say it all you want, okay? But I'm going to show you something. See, this is how dumb XFL fans around the league are. Now, if I'm the Viper fans, we're always talking about I'm pooping standing up, right? It's at least I would say at least I didn't have a 12-inch dinger with two balls hanging off my forehead.
So what's the problem with that?
I mean, nothing. But I mean that helmet, I never liked that logo. I thought that logo was gaudy. It looked terrible on the helmet. Yeah, it was cool. It looked cool on the uniform, but on the helmet, it looked dumb. It looked dumb. I mean, really, look at it.
Interesting choice of words.
Look at it. Look how terrible it looked. So say what you want. It wasn't a good logo. It was not a good logo at all. Not at all. Not compared to this one. Not compared to this one at all. This is a much crisper, cleaner logo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which I think all the logos, are cleaner and much crisper. That is a cleaner looking logo.
It looked like the old Seahawks helmet.
Yeah, that it did. That it does.
Like
but
the 80s version of the Seahawks when they played in the Kingdome.
Right. So all I'm saying though is if here we are.
So wait a minute. Go back to that.
I just got rid of them.
Oh, you got rid of them, huh? I bet you did.
We should go back into the archives of this show and see what Dirty says about it in 2020.
Good luck.
Arlington. What did I say about it in 2020? I was never really a fan of the logo.
You hated it then.
Yeah, it grew on me. I've always said it was terrible.
It was horrible now.
Never liked it. I was never a fan of the logo. I was never a fan of the Battlehawk logo.
Then why are you saying it's growing on you?
No. Of 2020's logo. I was never a fan of it when it first came out.
And you weren't a fan of it this go around, right?
No, I like this version much, much better. See, like Zach says right here. I got a 12-inch and a dozen
No,
roses.
Man. No, dude. Zach, you're going to get banned from this show.
Oh, stop it. That was good.
Try me.
It was good. It looks like Dirty will put on a new apocalypse show of Dirty. That's a good one. No, but that was a funny comment, Arlington.
Try me.
That was a funny comment. You got to admit it was a funny comment. So, now, I mean, let's really look at it. There's a lot of stuff out there, right? And here's something that I want to kind of play, Arlington, so we can kind of get a this is, and we're going to talk about it as we play this video. This is from Dwayne. This is from DJ yesterday, right? Let me get back. Let me open it up. This is from DJ yesterday, where the XFL was talking about how they came up with all this stuff. Now, this is directly off of DJ's page, so let me zoom in, and here we go, Arlington.
This is a 20-plus year dream come true. Wow.
And to now draft our players, our athletes, and now you can see them in this uniform. Woo. Wow. All right, everyone, here we are.
So here's what so I'm going to stop it right here. Look at the team of people they have around this, right? You're right, Andrew. And the logo has changed. All these logos have kind of changed as you've seen it over the thing. And I'm going to point a thing out on a lot of these different logos, right? Look at the team that they have. Listen to the passion that The Rock and Danny have when they are talking about this. Like, look how emotional she got over these jerseys and everything and how much work they've put into this, right?
We've got a full agenda.
You're going to see home and away uniforms for all 8 teams. The direction, the vision, the storytelling. I know how you like to storytell, not just the designs, but like some of the history and richness.
Okay, now did you hear that? Now look right there, Under Armour ball. I will. Did you hear the main thing they just said in there? I know how you like the story and the history, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, no. Let's go back. Did you see that? I just noticed that. Watch this,
the
Harley.
designs, but like some of the history and richness.
Not there. Did you see that? Did you see that with the Arlington Renegades?
Okay.
Let me go. Hold on. I'm trying to find it as we're going here. Did you see that old logo? Did you see that where it said old logo in there? Right?
Right.
Okay.
For Under Armour, really part of who we are at the foundational level, the amount of passion and obsession we put into building uniforms is what we're all about.
The story work around the teams and the franchises. We're looking to bring all of that in. You'll see a little bit of that. There's some placeholders. We need some feedback.
So today, hopefully you would be looking for sign off on the direction of some of this.
Okay, did you hear what they were telling them, right? Did you hear what they Are you there, Arlington, or did I lose you?
Here I am.
Oh.
My camera's out for a second, though.
I got you. He goes, I like what Andrew says. The idea of the Bravo uniform must have come to them while they were sitting at lunch with Buffalo Wild Wings. That's a good one, Andrew. I like it. But they were sitting there talking about how they want to bring the history of the other teams and the placeholder of the other teams into that, right?
On a real uniform. So this is actual size.
First note is, I'm wondering if we can just be a little more on the SFL size.
It'll be here.
Probably
Bigger,
get a
maybe a
little-
little thicker.
Brown one looks great. And the silhouette on it too, especially the way it's cut, once you put it all together.
I have a note just for this design.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to see the logo in the front.
Beauty of this, the B really stands out. We could go with blood, sweat, and respect.
Is that
Absolutely.
okay?
You guys will check the back.
We'll check the sheerness, yep.
Do we have the ability to open up a little bit on the side?
We can send that over with the mock-ups.
This is true to silhouette optics, right?
Yeah.
Like what I see here, space between hip and inner arm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful cut.
So here are
So if you've noticed, Arlington, and I'm going to point it out, that what we've seen, right? What we're seeing is that they have parts of the old logos in the new and the new uniforms. So you could go on The Rock's thing and watch this, and he tells you, I mean, I'll tell you this. I think all of their away jerseys are just absolutely 100% better than 2020's jerseys altogether. That's my opinion. I think every single away jersey is just absolutely sick looking. All of them, right? I love that they got the blood, sweat, and respect in there. I mean, like
Yes.
on the
I like that part.
on the Dragons jersey, you see the old Dragons logo on the sleeve.
Right. So it's almost like you give an honor and respect to the previous.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. And I think it's absolutely
That's
great
genius.
what they're doing there. Like, you know, like, and if you look on the Battlehawks jerseys, right? We have the gateway arches on the sleeves.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Saw that.
I thought that. I mean, I think it's just. I think they really did. You know, a lot of criticism about these jerseys, and I get why people in St. Louis would be so upset about them changing our uniforms because they were so iconic. They were so iconic. I get it, and I understand why they would change it, right? But it's just, we preached it on this show over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to you guys. Expect changes. I told you guys back in August, I seen the prototype for the Battlehawk jersey. I told you, expect Raider-like color scheme. I didn't tell you what colors. I just said, imagine the Raiders-like color scheme, how the Raiders did their home and away jerseys. And what did we get? We got that in that same thing. Right? I mean, and in 2020, remember, Arlington, I was very critical about the whole, oh my God, why blue pants and gray and white pants? Blue top, white pants. That looks stupid. Do all blue on blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd have the white top and the blue pants. I said, just do all white. They did it right with the 2020s, which the blue on blue looks good. The gray on gray looks good. I mean, every single one of these jerseys look good. Now, I could sit here and nitpick and find something that I don't like about each one of these jerseys, but here's what I will tell you. All the away jerseys, I like them 100 times better than 2020 jerseys.
Yeah.
100 times. There's certain ones that I like offer 2023 on the jerseys, and then there's some that I was like, okay. The helmets, I like all the helmets. Yeah. See, Andrew, no. I said it on the show. I did not love our gray with the blue pants. Did not like it. Didn't like it. I didn't. Sorry. I didn't. But hey, it's to each their own. I appreciate your support and all that. Right? But anyways, I like the way that they have these. I like the color schemes that they've decided to go with on all of these. I think they're great looking.
Right.
I mean, look, the Arlington Renegades. I know a lot of people are saying that that's one of their least favorite jerseys. I love that powder blue look together. Love it. Love it. I know people are talking about how, that dragon one's stupid with the orange. And I love that jersey. I think the way that they set this up and it drew you all the way to the middle by having Seattle on one end and the Renegades on another end, and it drew you into all the uniforms, I think that was a great thing.
Really?
Oh, okay, my bad. It's the new away jersey is what my bad, Andrew. My bad. Hey, listen, Ranger King, they can be upset. Listen, I'm glad we don't have a 12-inch ding-a-ling on our forehead anymore. That's my opinion. I actually like the new Battlehawk helmet anyway, so my favorite helmet is that Sea Dragon helmet. So I could care less what people are upset about. Makes no difference to me. Be upset, listen. I guarantee you this: they're still going to support the Renegade. They're still going to support the Blackhawk or the Battlehawks.
You did it. You did that back in 2020. That's what's funny.
No, I did.
You did that back in 2020. That's what's more hilarious. It's
yeah. So it's just, guys, listen. We gotta get over the hate and the crabbing and the baying of everything. Now it's time. It's time. We see our uniforms. We see them. Everything is ready. Let's just go. Let's go with it. Am I right, Arlington?
Correct, man. Hey, it's time, dude. It's time to just go with it.
Right, exactly. So, this week's media blitz is just like right here. Brian says it. I'm expecting the schedule to be released next week. This media blitz yesterday was awesome. It has been very awesome. It really has. What is this? Javier says, in the future, the XFL, it's get a throwback just like the NFL when they had those jersey games. What do you guys think? No, I don't want to see them. Because here's why. Let's really look at it. Look, I'm a huge wrestling fan, okay? But let me explain something to you about 2020, okay, guys? It was done on Vince McMahon's idea of how everything should be. Childish and cartoonish. Childish.
No, I
cartoonish.
disagree. It was more to be plain Jane because he didn't want to be buffoonish when it came to the new XFL in 2020. He wanted to be straight shooter, nothing plain. Make sure it doesn't have any effect where it just seems like it's going to be completely awful, like dark, condescending. It was more, I told you, man, the whole thing, and not so many people going to believe it, it was more political.
Mm-hmm.
It's more political more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it from a standpoint now. This is more about grit. This is more about making it to the next level. This is now getting to the top level, and we're going fresh. This is a whole brand new league.
Right. Now, Andrew, I can definitely see that, but I honestly think they might have home and away jerseys. I honestly do.
Who might have home and away jerseys?
For sale. I get what you're saying. That they might only have it. Hey, I mean, Ranger King, you can come on here and say that. I can tell you this, that very soon, there will be a Vegas announcement made. That's all I can say on that one. I plead the fifth on the rest of it, right, Arlington?
Hey.
I plead the fifth.
How we go? I know something you don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
Judah.
I'll just plead the fifth on the rest of it.
Anyway.
That's all I know. Anyways, let's get to it. The other big news that came out is the rule changes.
Yep.
Came out.
So before you start on that,
okay. Oh, before I start on this is the X Fan Show. I am your horse, Dirty. Did I just say horse?
Yeah, you did. You did.
I did. I am your host, Dirty. The other host is he just completely disappeared, but we hear him talking
my camera's
in the
messed
nether
up.
region.
I'm using my microphone right now.
I just said in the nether region, my partner in crime, the one, the only.
And Arlington Lane.
And we are the X Fan Show Afternoon Delights. And what is it you were going to say before we get into the rule books?
So we're not going to do a rankings per se. We're just going to say what was the best and what you think was the worst jerseys were. Something just happened.
Huh.
Did you get it?
Are we going as an overall, or are we going, can I go home and away?
No, we're going overall.
Seattle.
Was the what?
Overall, from the helmet, home away, the best jersey. Yes, home and away.
And the worst?
I already talked about it earlier.
Okay. Say it publicly.
The Battlehawks. Overall.
I knew you was going to say that. I just knew it.
I do not like the blue jerseys. They're just too plain. Don't like them. Don't like them. I love the away jerseys. Love the helmet. Just not blue is my favorite color. I'm just not a fan of that blue. I just didn't like the way it looked. Plain and simple. All right.
You're gonna need one too.
All right. So, okay for you. What's your favorite?
Mine was, it's gonna be crazy. The best one to me, man, it was tight. I got to go with the Vegas Vipers. And I was like, well, why? Because it was just plain. It was just red, black, and white. And the thing about it was how, with the colors, how all of that matched up. And it matches the Vegas lifestyle. I know people's like, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst one, And I'm gonna say this right now. It was hard. It was really hard to say which one was really bad because not all of them weren't bad. But if I had to choose a bad one, it had to be the Guardians, Orlando.
See, I liked that one. I like the
That's
whole scheme of how it
but
fit.
you get what I'm saying, though. I said every one of them weren't bad, but if you want to pick a best and a worst, that's like saying that the Guardians was the worst best. You know what I mean? It was good, but it's not at the top. Because all
Andrew,
of them
I hate to say it, but you're in one of the minorities about the team. I do like that though, Team Buffalo Wild Wings. But you're actually in the minority on that one about the San Antonio Brahmas because in every uniform poll that I've seen, the Brahmas rank within the top 3 in every single one. And I have to agree.
Brahmas.
Have to agree.
I didn't hate the Brahmas.
Not at all.
The reason I think they're using the Guardian colors is because it's a throwback to the Tampa Viper colors. A little bit.
Here, I'll tell you why I think they're using the Guardians colors. Think about Florida. Wetlands, swamps, moss, all of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like you said with the Vegas. Let's go to that. You said the Vegas. The jerseys on the Vegas Vipers. And if you notice, Arlington, both home and away jerseys just say Vipers on there.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice that?
Yep.
So, and you're right. Those colors fit that color scheme, right? Now, look, I understand why they did the blue home outfits for the Battlehawks because of the blue aviator jumpsuit, right? That you wear, that pilot pilots wear. I understand why you did the gray, all gray on gray, because of the guys on the plane on the decks. You're right. The Vipers, the Vipers might be a little too big. I'll give you that, Andrew. It might be a little too big, but that color scheme is great, right? Seattle, they're embracing that whole breathing the fire type thing, right?
Right.
So all of that is perfectly in with that, right? San Antonio. And if you really notice about San Antonio, they're really embracing the Hispanic culture that is in San Antonio. And you could see all of it thrown in there, right?
Right.
What else? The DC Defenders. Think about it. The military, it's the state capital, right? It's the United States Capitol. Army, right? So they kept it just that plain Jane looking type thing, right? Houston, say what you want about Houston. Andrew, you said Houston is bad, but really, if you think about it, it's probably the most unique one because it ties in with the name the most, Roughnecks, because if people don't remember, Roughnecks are oil workers,
Right.
and they would be covered in oil all the time. So the way that the numbers and it starts to look, you know what I'm saying? How it looks. And Andrew, again, I get why you're not fans of the Arlington Renahawks but think about it. You got to break yourself away from Dallas. Why use the regular cowboy blue? You know what I'm saying? Why use the regular cowboy blue? Go with that powder blue look, which I think is awesome. I love powder blue jerseys. Look, I'm a St. Louis Cardinal fan. Arlington. How much St. Louis Cardinal apparel do I own?
Very little, if any.
Because I don't like the color red. Now, I have a blue St. Louis Cardinal shirt, right? I love powder blue. That's my favorite color uniform. I like that. I like that Arlington Renahawk uniform. And if we're St. Louis fans here in St. Louis, that's the team we need to be hating. Forget the Vipers. We need to be hating the Renahawks because that's where our coach is. That's where Coach Hayes was. That's who we need to be hating. They got all of our players. That's who we need to be going after. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, Arlington, with that all being said, the rules came out, right?
Yes, they did.
People are saying you have to go through You have to go through this whole thing, right?
Yeah, they did have some notables.
Okay, so let's go with the notables. We're going to go with the notables actually. So here are the key so this is from the XFL. This is what they put out, 126 pages. That's about what it was for 2020. So here are some of the key notables in modification. The clock will start following incomplete passes and out of bounds plays prior to the 2-minute warning of either half. Now that's something different.
Okay.
That will definitely speed the game up. You're right, Zach. Cardinal fans do poop standing up. You're absolutely right. The clock will stop following first downs after 2-minute warning of either half. That's interesting. That is very interesting to me, Arlington. Huh?
Which one did you say?
The clocks will stop following first downs after the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that's what they do in college.
So we added a college rule in here. Now, this is a newer modified rule right here. The play clock increases from 25 to 35.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's what the USFL does right now. So,
okay.
Some of the rules, because remember, Blandino was a part of those too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now here's another new rule. Timeouts increase from 2 to 3 per half. Okay.
Interesting to see how the pros themselves, other than Wade Phillips and Bob Stoops, you got to understand. You got Coach Beck. You got Hines Ward. You got Rod Woodson, Terrell Buckley, Reggie Barlow. So it'll be interesting to see how the players utilize those timeouts now as coaches.
Right, yeah. So let's see. And then again, it says that they'll be operating on a 35-second time play clock. Man, I wish they'd have kept it to the 25. I like that 25.
Here's the problem I have with it. I understand you want to get a playoff and things like that, and then the minute that they put the ball.
No, hold on, Arlington. It says no, Dirty. That that you hate Arlington Renegades because that's on you, Dirty, to do. Hate them because they took our former head coach. We played we played the Renahawks in 2020. We never played Tampa.
No.
We never played Tampa. Yes, that's our head coach. He should have came back to St. Louis, but he didn't. He traded against us. Now, Bob Stoops, Jay Hayes, and the entire Renahawks are our enemies. So you guys root for them all you want, but they're our enemies. So that's all I got to say about that. Last time I'll say about that. Because at least we don't have penises on our helmets anymore. Anyways, okay, Arlington, back to what you were saying.
Basically, I was saying that the whole ordeal with the rules of 35 seconds, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think so at all.
I know, but I like that 25 where everybody had the earpieces in their helmets and all that stuff. You know, that's what I like.
Be efficient. You want to be efficient. I get the whole ordeal with the 25 seconds back in 2020. I get it. But efficiency was horrible. So
you're right, Sandy. We do have the greatest head coach now. It's Coach Beck. So I'm glad the trader left to go to the Renahawks because they're going to be terrible. The Renahawks are going to go 5-5. It's going to be they're all going to do is run, pass, run, pass, run, pass. So I'm glad. I love Coach Beck. Coach Beck's the best head coach in the XFL. I'm glad we got the guy. Glad we got him.
He damn sure is the loudest.
That is true. And the next best head coach is Rod Woodson. So yeah. I'd like to see anybody walk up to Rod Woodson and say that the Viper fans stand poop. But watch what that dude is drop you right where you stand, and then I'll stand over you and laugh at you.
So stupid.
Okay, so now we go to the overtime. No coin toss, no one possession wins, no ties. Okay, same in 2020. But here's something different, which this is what I'm doing. A constant of alternating attempts from the opponent's 5-yard line. Now, here's a new rule. 3 attempts per team, 2 points per score, or until a winner is decided. I'm going to be, I will say this, Arlington. I'm going to be very, very mad that we don't get to see 88 players on the field. That's what I'm going to be very mad at.
Yeah, you do. You'll get to see it. It's the same thing. They just cut it short.
I want to see the kickoff of 88 players on the field.
Ben, your little silly dream. Yeah, you'll get to see it. You'll get to see it. I promise you.
I do like the 3 attempts per team, 2 points per score, or until the winner.
Yeah, they cut it again. They cut it short. Remember, in 2020, it was supposed to be the best
5. Right, the best of 5. I like that. Now, options to keep in the ball. Here's something I like. 2 options to keep the ball after scoring. Okay. Traditional onside kicks anytime during the game. I like that. Here's another new rule. The 4th and 15 conversion from your own 25-yard line, 4th quarter only. Now, I think that might be a little confusing.
Not really.
But
if you watched Charlie's League, you knew about that play. If you watched the USFL, you knew about that play.
That is true.
So the difference was with Charlie's League, it was 4th and 12 off the 25, or excuse me, the 28.
Mm-hmm.
You had to convert 12 yards, which makes sense. It makes sense because that's like the version of an onside kick.
Right, exactly.
So that will actually, but the 4th and 15, it's going to be very interesting how you pull that one off.
It is going to be very interesting
because it's harder because it's 3 extra yards compared to a 4th and 12.
Right. Yeah. See, and Andrew, I'm going to assume that they're keeping the 1 foot inbound rule. I'm going to assume they're keeping that because I don't see it anywhere in here. So yeah, I'm going to say they're keeping that. All right. Now we go to the instant replay. Now, 2 of these have changed. 2 of these are significantly different and been added. Head coaches allowed 1 challenge of any officiating decision once per game, with the final ruling made by a designated member of the officiating department in a centralized location. This has never been done before at any level. So now that kind of worries me right there.
Why?
That you're going to try something that's never been done at any level before. And again, they're going to have a centralized replay, which, if I'm not mistaken, they had that the last time, right?
Okay.
Didn't they have that last time?
What was it?
A centralized replay where it was all in one area.
Wasn't the centralized replay the area where they did the with the Xbox controller?
Right. Yeah. Maybe they're talking this because remember they did it in the stadium, so maybe this is going to be done in Arlington as their centralized replay. So all the games will be coming into there, and it'll be fed that way. Maybe that's what they're meaning by a centralized replay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And then the last thing for the main changes is replays may correct obvious errors on non-reviewable play. Player safety at any point during the game, and any issue that significant impacts the outcome of the game in the last 5 minutes of regulation plus overtime. Interesting. Okay. Right. Okay. That's interesting, right? You know what? Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to share it for all of you guys. So you guys can all see what we're looking at, courtesy of the XFL. There we go. And get it pulled up. There we go. So I know it's small and all that good stuff, but that's all right. Now we're at the kickoffs. Kickoff team and returning teams start 5 yards apart, so they're keeping that. I love it. What does Andrew say? From what they are saying in the interviews yesterday, it sounds like they are going to keep the behind the scenes look into the booths and the challenges. I like that. There was a centralized replay areas from Zach, except There were no coaches challenges at all. That's something different. If a replay saw anything that they didn't like, they buzzed down to the ref and stopped the game. So it looks like they're keeping that, just modifying it again, right? So now here it is. This is what everybody loved. I think this might have been the best thing about the XFL, the kickoffs, right? So we're keeping it, the teams and the return teams starting 5 yards apart. I love it. Love that we're keeping that. Love that. What's up, Mr. DB Stalin up there in Alaska? Eliminating high-speed collisions, which is enhancing player safety, which enhances the player safety, right? More returns, less touchbacks. Now, this is the stat that I find interesting, Arlington. And I can highlight it for you guys right there. 92% kickoff returns in XFL 2.0 compared to 36 or 39.6 in the NFL. What a stat. What a stat.
Yeah, I knew you was going to love that stat.
And then the average XFL drive started at the 29-yard line compared to the 25-yard line in the NFL. I am so happy that they are keeping the kickoffs in place. So happy. So happy.
All right.
I mean, am I missing something here?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong with kickoffs. That was kind of one of the best things that you saw in XFL 2020. To keep it, that means they want to make sure that you're gonna have mostly the same game that you have come 2023.
Mm-hmm. And again, for the extra points, the tiered extra points are back, Arlington, which we all love that one, considering everybody was bums and didn't go for the three-pointer. Teams have 3 options for extra points following a touchdown. 2-yard line equals 1 point. Loser, bums, if you guys go for that. No coach should be going for the 2-yard line. None. None.
Rumor going around saying that many of the coaches are probably going to go for 2 unless, they're behind by a bunch of points, and they'll start utilizing those 3 points.
Well, I know Coach Beck said it's stupid if you go for the 2-pointer.
You mean the 1-pointer?
Yeah, the 1-pointer. I think Coach Beck's got a set on him. I think he's going for the 3-pointer.
Oh, you talking about that? Okay. For this show, I want you to say 2 yards, 5 yards, or 10 yards. It'll help me understand which one you're gonna say.
Okay, so from the 2-yard line, you get 1 point.
Right.
See? Right here, the mayor of the XFL. Put it. He says, Hazlitt says 3 every time. Good. Jim Hazlitt's got a set. Good for Jim Hazlitt. And if that's the case, if Jim Hazlitt's going to go for 3 every time, I'm going to root for the Sea Dragons.
No, you're not.
That's what I want to see. You're an idiot.
No, you're going to want Coach Beck because Coach Beck is ballsy. He has a big mouth like you.
Well, he better hope. He better hope he does. That's all I'm saying about that. So the next one here.
I want to see a lot of teams take chances at 3, but only when it's like the best time. I understand. Okay, maybe the first score of the game, you may want to try it. Maybe the second score of the game if they haven't scored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Something like that. If a team hasn't scored on you, and this is another thing. I want you to run it down their throats. If the opposing team is not doing well, you don't let up. You keep your foot on that neck.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to. No, this is a different game. This is competitive. If your team's not ready to play, that is not my problem.
Right now,
it's not my problem.
So, the 5-yard line equals 2 points. I'd be okay with some 5-yard line, Jim.
The 2-yard one is going to be the toughest one.
But I'd be okay with going for it.
The 2-yard one, no, I'm talking the 1-pointer, is going to be the toughest one to get. Think about it. Even right now in the NFL, trying to get a 2-point conversion off the 2-yard line, that's hard as hell. And it's like, well, what would make it more difficult? Even doing 10 yards is hard as hell. Five
the
is
mayor.
probably.
Listen, the mayor reminds us that June Jones was successful for going 3
I
every
get that.
time.
I get
Yes,
that.
he
But
was.
guess what? He knew he's an offensive whiz, and he knew what to do, and that's how he was able to make it work. And hopefully, he can do the same in Seattle. Because
Yep.
you know damn well, Jim Haslett is going to go to June Jones a lot for his offense because Jim is working on that defense.
Right. Yeah.
So this question keeps coming back. I want to mention it. Do you think the NFL will use some of the rules? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. 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 I definitely think they will.
I think the first thing they'll use is going to be the kickoff.
I think it's going to be the kickoff and the extra point for sure.
No, I think they like that too much. You know, actually not being a chip shot and making it a little bit more difficult for kickers to make them.
Yes.
The NFL likes that. But if it gets out of control where it becoming unsafe, which I don't see that right now, then they'll start utilizing the tier system for points.
Yeah. I mean, now if you think about it, I mean, in 2020, really, all we really saw was a lot of the 1-pointers for most of the teams, other than
and 2-pointers, 1 and 2s.
Right. Other than Coach Jones, who went for the 3s the most. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
And
you have the 10-yard line that equals 3 points. And now, remember, this is after you score a touchdown. So, and then the Ranger brings up a good point here. I remember Sam doing a recap about the different conversations. The highest points per attempt was going for 3 because teams were able to draw penalties and cut the distance in half for the same points. And
so that way they would get a 5-yard attempt from 3 for 3 points.
Exactly, which makes sense, right? Makes sense.
But let's see if they're smart enough. This time they'll be smart enough not to do that.
Right. Yeah. Now, and then here it is. Replaces the traditional kicks, providing teams a chance to score more points and build excitement within the game. Listen, to be honest, here's what they should have done, right? You score a touchdown, get rid of the 2-yard line, the 5-yard line, make everything on the 10-yard line. Every extra point is 3 points. No more field goals or anything like that. And if you had to go for a field goal, it was 6 points. That's how it should have been.
What?
That's how it should have been. Yep.
What?
Yep.
How does that even make sense?
If you get rid of the 1-yard line, get rid of the 2-yard line and the 5-yard line after a touchdown, if you want to go for 3 points, you want to go for the extra point, you put the ball back at the 10-yard line and you kick it, you get your 3 points.
I would just get rid of the 1-pointers.
Yeah, get rid of the 2 and the 5s. 2 and the 5s. Get rid of them. That's what they should have done.
Extra point, you gotta kick it like in the NFL.
Get rid of them.
That would be 1 point. And then if you want to try from for 5 yards out, you get 2 points. If you want to try it from 10 yards out, you get 3 points. So, but if you still want to do the extra point, I understand they were like, we're trying to get rid of the extra point kicks. You still can do one, but you got to do it from same hash line where the NFL do theirs.
10 yards automatically. 10 yards.
It's not automatic.
And if the team gets a penalty, if you draw somebody offline, then you move up 5 yards, and then it gets cut down to 1.5 points.
Dude, shut up.
That's how they should have done it. That's how they should have done it. Get rid of the 2 and the 5. Gone. Only 10 yards.
I need a new co-host. Fast. I'm season. But dude, no, for real, shut up. You still sounding trash. What the hell is 1.5 points?
Well, that's just get rid of it.
1.5 point?
No, that's what you get for 5 yards.
I'm so glad that you are not in the broadcast booth.
That would really throw off some gambling, wouldn't it?
Throw off some gambling. You're trying to ruin a whole sports book. Somebody, I'm in the XFL game. How many you putting down? Yeah, I'm doing it for 45.5 points.
I'm doing it for what? 45 and a half. Yeah, you didn't know that if you kick off and it's a 3 points at the 10-yard line. If they get a penalty, they move to 5 yards. So it goes from 3 points to a point and a half. Wait, what? Yeah. And then imagine you could have some ties with 4.5 with a 45 point, 45
No, you
and a
wouldn't.
half. Yeah, you could have some. The over under. What's the
I cannot
over under?
believe you
45 and a
actually
half.
I can't believe you actually thought this through. Like that came to your brain and said, yes, we need to use that.
We
Like
need
you
to.
said
It
overnight.
works.
Like you sat overnight and did that. For real.
It works.
It does not. What the hell are you talking
See?
about?
Look right there. Andrew said a goal line field goal, half a point. Yes, Andrew, you're absolutely right.
Why y'all
Half a
being
point.
bird brains like him?
Yep, half a point. I agree with you, Andrew.
Why y'all
Half a
being
point.
bird brains like, no, do not be like Dirty.
You know why? Because we took the 12-inch wing off the 12-inch thing off our head, and our eyes became uncovered. So now we can see. You're still blind because you have it on your
Being
head.
a bird brain.
Because you like the 20. See, look, Javier says, sign me up. See?
You making people see, and then you wonder why they talk bad about XFL fans' intelligence. You're supposed to be better than NFL fans, but then this is the crap that you do, Dirty. See, this is you're the reason.
You know why?
You're the reason that this crap happens, and then you wonder why we get so much heat from you, because it's because of you.
Anyways, before my co-host started to act crazy, which is normal.
Yeah, because of you.
Yeah, okay, we're going to the double forward pass. So this is great. I love that they brought this back. If a team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, that team may throw a second forward pass as long as the ball does not cross the line of scrimmage. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we only seen that maybe once, twice in 2020?
Wildcats did it, and I think the defenders did it.
Well, didn't Houston? I thought Houston did it too.
No, they did. That offense did not need to do that.
Okay. And then the next one is once the ball passed the line of scrimmage, no forward passes are permitted. Less risky because the first pass may fall incomplete rather than becoming a live ball lateral. Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting to see how that portrays. So that was a question that was asked by one of our
Brian,
fans.
I saw it.
You did?
Yeah, who is going to have the highest scoring, right?
I don't know.
If I go by what I know,
I need at least 5 weeks to figure that out.
Okay, here, no. Dirty's going to do it. Oh, yeah, see, like right here, before I answer the question, right? And be a man, answer the question. But A-Train, I like the idea of 4 points of a 50-yard or 60-yard. Yep.
Okay,
see?
well, I understand that part.
See? I love it.
But it ain't a half point. It's not a half point.
Yeah, half a point. Half a point from the goal line. And then if they get a penalty, you move the ball half, you only get half the points. Love it. Love the idea. Hey, Rock Danny, change that. Make it if they get a penalty. If they're at the 2-yard line, they're going to go for a 1 point. They get a penalty. Then they get a half a point. 5-yard line, they're going for 2 points. They get a penalty. They go for 2. They only get 1 point. 10-yard line, they get a penalty. Then they only get a point and a half. 50 yards or more, they get 4 points. If they get a penalty, then they get only 2 points. Love the idea. Do it.
The more that we do this show, just let me know we don't need guests. You just be the bird brain, and I just have to be the cop behind it.
Anyways, who will have? If you go, okay, I'm gonna say
See,
it.
That's why I said 5 weeks, and you're gonna sit here and actually try to answer that question.
Yeah, Seattle Dragons.
Oh my God.
Look who their offensive coordinator is. Jim Jones
the Houston Roughnecks was able to put up.
Jim Jones has a set of coconuts on him. June Jones has a set of coconuts on him. That dude ain't afraid of anything. And the quarterbacks that he's got with DiNucci and what's the other guy's name with the M? Montez. Did you see Ben DiNucci throw a football? Wade Phillips is in there salivating at the mouth watching Ben DiNucci throw a football going, damn, I wish I'd have gotten that kid.
Fun for defenses. It should be fun for defenses to make that work in their favor. Just try and stop it.
Oh, see, I like this. Yes, Andrew, and we should add this rule too. Field goals off the post, rebound attempts, could be worth 2 points. Absolutely correct.
All right, I agree
Absolutely
with that.
correct.
I agree with that rule.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They should do it. Yeah,
That should
so
be 2 points.
if I go by what's on paper,
You only
and the
going by the
coordinators-
coaches. You only going by the coaches. You're not going by the players.
right, I'm going.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you could say, and this is gonna sound crazy, the Renegades.
No, there's not. Because here, I'm going to tell you how the Renahawks are going to be. Ready?
All right.
Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass.
I don't think having a guy
run,
like
pass.
Kyle Slaughter to sit there and just do run, pass is gonna sit
Yep.
well.
Run, pass. Run, pass.
You're not gonna have a guy like Kyle Slaughter to do that. You're not gonna do that.
It's going to have Jordan Ta'amu's coming
And
back.
you got-
Chuck Long is going to be run, pass. Run, pass.
John
Run,
Hayes
pass.
is not gonna let Chuck Long just do run, pass.
Run, pass. Run, pass.
They're not doing Marty Ball. This
Run, pass.
This ain't Kansas City.
Run, pass.
Yeah, it's Marty Ball.
Yep, and that's what the Renahawks are going to do. Run, pass. Mark my words.
And
Mark my
let's
words.
quit talking about mergers. Listen, I know there have been some individuals on certain fan groups
Yep,
that
see
have.
right here. Look. The mayor said it. Slaughter is not a check down passer. You're right. So if that first read's open, he's done for. Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass.
So
That's
why
gonna
was
be
he
the
such a
Renahawks.
if he wanted to check down passing, then why was he so efficient in a different league?
Because he was just always throwing to his tight end.
If he open, what the hell you gonna do? Not throw it to him?
I'm just saying. See, like Zach says it right here. Zach agrees with me. Run, pass,
'cause
run.
He's using
One pass,
using your
run,
bird
run.
brain mentality right now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like this one. Beck is gonna go Mike Marks. I like that one.
Hey, if Beck's not airing it out a lot with that offense, I don't want to see it.
right, yeah, with that offense he's got.
Look, listen. When he drafted, he went for pass catchers and blockers.
Mm-hmm.
He want to make sure that they got hands.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
mayor
major
says-
thing for him.
The mayor
he
says
got-
Slaughter was scrambling for his life at the USFL, which was true.
Hey,
I mean, look,
that would be great if Beck was like Mike Martins. That would be great.
no, I mean, it would be awesome. It would be.
Because then you definitely putting points on the board.
Brian, and if he does that, that's going to be a bad mistake. That's going to be a bad mistake. Because those plays don't work in the NFL anymore.
Does Ward remember them plays? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
Does he remember those?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this all goes. If I'm going by coaching staffs and the players that I've seen, right? And don't get me wrong, A.J. McCarron's a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's a great quarterback. Ryan Willis is a good quarterback. Right. There was no point in us having Jordan Ta'amu in there in 2020 because he just couldn't throw the ball that much. Because of Chuck Long.
It was like what Van said. They made Ta'amu a check down passer.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know, I've seen DiNucci throw. I've seen Montez, how did you say his name again? The Seattle kid?
Steven Montez?
Yeah, Steven Montez. I've seen him throw. Whit Jones up there. Hazlitt. Man, and some of the guys that they drafted in Seattle, I see Seattle having that similar Houston Roughneck type offense. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna work. What he did with Houston.
What he did with Houston.
I just think it will work, and I think it would be smart. Well, I guess our special guest isn't showing up today, but that's okay. Maybe we'll try another day.
We didn't need him. We didn't need him. We didn't need
We
him.
might try another day since we broadcast 3 days a week. You can catch us every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Again, thank you for everybody joining us on Wednesday night. You can find us for, boom, the Fill the Top edition of the B-Hawk Show right here on the X-Fan Show. You know, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, all of that stuff. We broadcast on YouTube through Pro Football Alliance because for some reason our X-Fan Show on YouTube just doesn't work that well. And we got some big news coming up after the first of the year, Arlington. Should we tell them what it is?
You said big news for the first of the year, so I guess we should wait till then.
Well, you remember what it is. We've talked about it. We're finally doing it.
What is
Remember
that?
what it is? Huh?
No.
Did
You
you
tell me
really
a lot of
forget?
stuff.
Did you really forget?
Yeah, I really
Again?
forgot. My mind's on other things right now, dude. So if you're gonna say something, say something. If not,
You are very, very mean, Arlington. But I still love you, pal. I still love you. I still love you. For myself, Dirty, and my man who is preoccupied, the greatest host who never plays second fiddle to anyone, the one, the only.
A-Train Arlington Lane.
And I am the most unprofessional professional on the internet. What's my name, Arlington?
The Bird Brain Dirty.
And with that being said, guess what, you crazy fools?
We're out.
We will see you guys on Tuesday.